Please welcome Jaime Miller.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Levi. I'm that trivia nerd from the last comic.
Yes!
Levi, that is an amazing psychic act you have. He guessed every one of us correctly. That's amazing. He says the name, that's the comic that shows up. You're going to vaudeville, son. You're going to... No, seriously, he classes up the joint. Let's give Levi a hand. That's awesome, man. What a voice. I love it. Well, folks, let me tell you a little about myself. My name is Jaime Miller. I'm from Pennsylvania. I have a theater arts degree that is almost useless. And I own more Transformer toys now than I did when I was little. I'm not confessing, I'm bragging. You can applaud for that. Let's get this comedy started, folks. Did you ever notice that thing we all have in common that we do at the same... Shit, fuck, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not feeling it. I couldn't even get through that awesome observational comic, did you ever notice joke? Shit. Oh, man, my head's not in the game today, man. It's like I'm having this comedy crisis of faith or something. It's like everything I understood about comedy has recently been turned on its ear because of these notions I'm having. I mean, it's dangerous stuff. It's a small audience. Can we just work it out right now?
Yes!
Let me tell you, small audience, what's going on here. Is it cool that we keep referring to you as a small audience? Do you appreciate that at all? You're mostly comedians. But seriously, here it is. I don't think farting is necessarily funny. Pretty controversial stuff. I can hear, the boos, oh my God. Listen, guys, I understand, it can be super funny. It's a noise that randomly comes out of your ass. I understand comedy. And there's some great opportunity, there's some great moments, like the first time a little kid's uncle pulls the pull my finger joke on him. Hey kid, pull my finger. Aw, the look of wonder in his eyes, like he thinks that's how that works now. He thinks there's a string between his uncle's finger and his asshole. It's fast, that's so cute. Precious moments, guys, precious moments. Or if someone gets farted on accidentally, but it's like a social situation, you can't really do anything, like you're on the subway and I'm an old man and there's a lady sitting here and it's just like, with such force that her hair moves a little, but neither of them move a muscle after it. Oh my God, that's why you ride the subway, people, it's awesome. Or even you go down for the deep bend and right at the bottom, toot. Come on, you know what I mean? Keystone of comedy. My argument is that normal farting in a normal situation isn't necessarily funny. That's all. Do you guys like examples?
Yeah!
Oh, thank God, because I prepared one. Listen. Recently, I was living with a bunch of guys, right? We're, just roommates or whatever, and we would gather in the living room in the evenings to watch television together. Not because we liked each other, mind you, but because that's where the DVR was. You watch TV in the room with the magic VCR. That's a tip from me to you. And I'm already in a shitty mood because we spent an hour settling on what to watch. Oh my God, I feel like I spent my life settling on what to watch with people. This guy wants to watch Colbert, and that guy wants to watch the hockey game, and I want to watch Mama's Family. So we settle on Halloween 4. Not because we like Halloween 4, but because none of us specifically doesn't want to watch Halloween 4, and we've come to a terrible compromise. So here we are. So I'm already annoyed. 10 minutes in, I hear... and I'm like, good one, friend. You farted, and now we're all laughing. Well done. Good one. Another good one 2 minutes later. Oh, another fart. Oh, that's a good one, buddy. That's 2 in a row. I'm like, oh, you both farted. That one got on me. How funny. Come on, guys, we're better than this. I just want to scream at them we're clever people with degrees and things. You know what I mean? We are better people than we're just farting on each other, giggling like idiots. And the grand finale of this, after 30 minutes of this kind of entertainment, the whole room smells like shit. Awesome, guys, even the shittiest jokes in the world don't actually smell like shit. That's not what shitty means in this context. Anyway, transition time. Speaking of farting, aliens are weird, huh? Aliens? Pretty good, right? I was watching recently some alien documentaries on Netflix. Now, these aren't your, History Channel alien documentaries that are, high on production values but low on actual content. No, this is, made by believers, straight to Netflix. These people know they're here and they are talking to us honest-to-God spacemen. And, honestly, they make some pretty compelling points. You really believe, just wild-eyed experts and weeping abductees and really shoddy production values. Oh my God, I love it. I love it. But they start to make some sense, like they really believe it. It's very compelling. All this weeping and they explain that the aliens have been here for years, guys. Like they've been here for years, so long they control us through this like shadow government, and they're feeding us the information we get, indoctrinating the young to prepare them for invasion. They like send out Teletubbies and shit or whatever children watch. I'm very old, and they just insipidly get in, and they use new technology to like affect people. And I realized, oh my God, I have this revelation: the iPhone. It just showed up a couple years ago. Now everybody I know under 50 is just glued to the screen all day long. Just this tiny little screen. Some people have 2, 3, 4 screens, each tinier than the next, and all of their joy and sorrow and happiness just comes out of the screens. Just type it on the screen, type it on the screen. Well, shit, they just hijacked the screens. We're half conquered. I realized they've been here the whole time, and that's why cheap iPhones are ruining America. It's a giant government conspiracy. I'm about to call the FBI. And I pause, and I realize, this is what the first day of crazy feels like. Oh my God, like I was on the precipice, like this is it, guys. If I decide to roll with my new revelation, send some emails, meet some people, go to some conventions, become a speaker, I am 3 ugly years away from living in a box right here on Vine and Fountain, and I'll have a job harassing the sane for nickels and attention. It's a precipice, folks. Oh my God, it was so close. Thank God in my stupor. I turned off Netflix, and there was a Dancing with the Stars marathon on cable. Guys, I watched the better part of a season of that. I have not had a thought since. Boy, thank God, that free thought will get you. Boy, oh boy. So I really, if I can take a moment and thank that sort of competition, reality television, for reminding me the importance of numb ignorance. It's a lot easier than the alternative. Folks, I shouldn't make fun of Dancing with the Stars. It's one of Nana's favorite shows. Nana, for those of you not down with the lingo, is what I call my dear grandmother. I was talking to Nana recently. This statement is always true. I talk to Nana a lot. So anytime I say I've talked to Nana recently, it's an accurate statement. And she, we're friends. We get along. Nana's been there for me, seriously. Like, when I moved to LA, I was broke. I was really broke. I was 10% of my income came from birthday checks broke. I used to declare it on my taxes. I didn't want Nana to get in trouble. So, she's there for me, and I try to get her along. She's, in retirement. She can't go out of the house. I call her, tell her how awesome LA is. Mostly it's about me watching Halloween 4. But she says, I'm working on the comedy, Nana, and she said, oh, Jamie, if you ever don't have something to talk about on stage, just talk about me. I do have my peccadillos with which you might make me the subject of some fun on stage. Nana's from 1840. And, I'm like, oh, Nana, I don't want to do that. No, Jamie, my mashed potatoes do tend to be a bit stiff. You just go on stage and you have at it. Nana, thank you so much. Sure, I can make fun of your mashed potatoes. I bring up Grandpa's Puerto Rican love child, and I'm out of the whip. But potatoes are fine. Seriously, guys, let me get this out here. I don't want to cast aspersions on my family. That Puerto Rican love child is a rumor named Manuela that I went to high school with. So just want to get all that straight right now. And, I didn't notice, but talking to Nana, my roommate, Bradley, from Bradley and Friends, I'm the friend, he said, I have no credits. I'm here because I'm Bradley's roommate. I should have been honest and said that right up front. That's why Levi wasn't like, that guy from that thing. No, there's no thing. He pointed out I use these old-timey phrases when I'm talking to Nana, I don't know where, things you hear in Warner Brothers cartoons and Clark Gable movies. I guess I think the old-timey phrases make her more comfortable, but I don't use these in regular parlance. Let me give you an example. They're wordy and complicated, but we'll talk about baseball. We're from Pennsylvania, we like baseball. Well, Jamie, what do you think Philadelphia's chances are this year? Nana, if those darn Phillies win that pennant, I'll eat my hat. That team manager doesn't know his onions. You see what I did there? I lapsed into the old-timey radio voice, and I just spit out this stuff real staccato, because that's how everybody thought they were in a hurry. So she really likes it. Her God, she's always getting pills and talking to her doctor, and it's I couldn't get my prescription. Nana, that's horse feathers. Why, that's horse feathers. Hey, that's Sawbones. If he can't give you those throat chokers, well, you just give him what for? And that snake oil salesman's giving you the 23 skidoo. Just all this bullshit coming out of my head. Or handyman. God, every day with a handyman. I'm like, we'll take that buggy whipper, and if he can't boil the bacon, we'll Pluck that clucker till he can't have it again. Toot sweet. That was all gibberish, pretty much just sounds I like to make with my mouth. Nana's super sweet and doesn't bring it up when I lapse into gibberish. That's very nice of her. You gotta love family. Folks, that's it for me tonight. Thank you so much for coming out. You were a nice small audience. Thank you so much. I'll hand off to Levi here.
Jaime Miller.